Life is a miracle. A 1 in 400 trillion chance. What are the odds that you're here at the exact same time I am? And what are the odds that we were on this planet at the same time as staple humans such as Adam Sandler, Jim Carrey, Arnold Schwarzenegger, not going to say his last name. These seem like staple humans that have just always been around, but, you know, they haven't been. What's the odds that you were here and you got to experience them? What were the odds that you got the parents you had, that you got to meet your significant other, that you got to... It's all fucking impossible and it happened. I'm sitting in a church parking lot fucking yelling at myself right now. 1 in 400 trillion chance. It sounds like a lot, but it's not even comprehensible to most people. You gotta think. Mortality rates fucking sucked for kids back in the day, alright? You know, if you live past, like, childhood, you probably would make it to, like, 50, 60, but so many people had to bang and survive for you to be here right now. An absurd amount of them. And, if you ever think that you're a loser, look at the bright side. You come from a long line of people that have had sex. And you're going to be the first one that doesn't. People that say they're not going to have kids, it's like, come on. You're going to end your bloodline right there. You know how many fucking people came before you for you to be here right now? It's absurd. But against all the odds, everything stacked against you, you made it to today. A odd dystopian world where work comes first and life comes second. Which, if you get lucky, you can have a very nice work-life balance. And I'm just kind of getting into adulthood right now. I'm 19. I consider myself level 1 of a level 1 adult. I just got done the fucking tutorial kind of type shit. But if you're not lucky to be in a very fortunate situation, you're going to be working a 9-to-5 job for the rest of your fucking life, most likely. And then you get to go home, and what do most people do? They play video games, and then they're unconscious for a little bit. I think the way when factory work started becoming a thing, and like the classic 9-to-5, the idea was 33% of your life was spent working, 33% of your life was spent you time, and then the rest of it you're unconscious. So that's fun. You know, unless you're a lucid dreamer, there that goes. Throwing these sunglasses on because I can. So yeah. What are we left with? 33% of our life, we get to do the shit we want, and the world we live in today, people aren't even doing that. I try to go out as much as I can and live as much life experience as I can now before shit gets worse. I think the main point I want to get at here is everyone always tells me work comes first, Donovan. I have to set aside major events in my life. I feel that, things I'll remember, going out with friends, seeing family, I'll have to cancel events because I'm working that weekend and it fucking sucks. It's not even that bad for me yet, It's going to get 10 times worse when I'm older, which I am not looking forward to, so hopefully I can find a way out of that. That would be ideal. And unless you do find your way out of the rat race, you have like two options, right? You can work and probably feel shitty for most of it, unless you are like able to get a job you like. That's an exception. You're going to be spending a lot of your life working, and if you don't make sure it's a job that you like, if you don't make sure it's a job that you like, then you're going to life and the life sucks. Talking to people can only do you so good, and you got to get lucky to have, good people to talk to at work, and it's not up to you. But I feel like another problem with it now is back when, I guess when societies were smaller, you had a main purpose in your society, right? You would farm, you would do something that would provide value to the people around you and not just a greedy corporate business that just wants to milk you and pay you as least money as possible. Back in the day, you had a purpose behind work. Now work doesn't seem like it has a purpose all that much. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm showing up here so I can make minimum wage so that I can, what can I do with that? I can pay my car insurance. I can fill my tank up twice. And maybe, if I'm feeling financially irresponsible, I can go out for dinner. And I don't even have an apartment yet. It's just the car. So, oh, kill me now, I guess. No, don't actually. I love my life. You know, I like doing the shitty things sometimes because I know it's just going to build me up over time. And, you know, I think you can really only get so pissed off before you genuinely start doing something about it. So either I'm going to just lock in completely or I'm going to do something about it. No, I'm kidding. I would take like a cyanide pill or something, right? A gun to the head, you know, fucking, what about if you miss? Right? Or just do a lot of drugs. Why do people shoot themselves? That's like the gayest way to go out. That's insensitive. The only source of purpose I think people have for working now in majority of 9-to-5 jobs is providing for their children and their wife. But another thing with that is people aren't having kids anymore, okay? Our grandparents were fucking shebanging and having kids at the age of 17, 19. 17's maybe a little too young. 18, 19. They were having kids, like, casually. Like, that was the thing to do. And I could not imagine having a kid right now. It would probably die. Ain't no fucking chance. No chance in the world I would be able to raise a kid. Hell no. I mean, I would love to. I think I would have fun doing it if there wasn't a financial burden that came alongside of that. I'm probably not going to have that till I'm in my late 20s, late 30s, hopefully not 40s, because he'll probably have Down syndrome if I have a kid in 40. Me personally, I work at Walmart right now, which is not a hard job, like, whatsoever. It's more just time consuming. It feels... Well, today was good, actually. When I'm busy, I like I like work if I'm busy, and I'm doing something that everyone's relying on me for. Today, I was in the fridge, and I was pumping out carts, and if I wasn't there, then the whole operation just goes to shit, kind of thing, right? So I like that. That gives me a little bit of purpose, you know? But the days where my purpose is making sure that the fruits and veggies aren't rotting on the table to make the store look good, it's kind of like, oh, God, fucking in today, come on. I want to get home so I can, do what everyone else does and smoke weed and play video games. Fuck. I go to the gym sometimes, most of the time, half the time, 3/4 of the time. Also, these videos I'm making, they're more just for me to watch when I'm older so I can look back at myself and be like, oh, man, I actually maybe kind of had a head on my shoulders back in the day. Or if I'm like in a slump, you know, a midlife crisis, I come back and look at the video. And this is for future you, Donovan. If you're doing shit, wake up! Go to the gym! Do some hard shit! Come on, you fucking pussy! Don't be sad! Don't be sad you don't have a wife or kid yet. Go out and fucking talk to some. I'm sure there's a skank or two that would love to have your kid and then leave you and take child support. But guess what? You can spend the weekends with them. I get life is easier and more convenient now than it ever has been. But at the same time, I think it's lacking the basic fundamental things that humans need to be happy and thrive. I feel when I put myself into the simple situations, I don't go on my phone for a day. Or I'm out camping, I'm out fucking canoeing. I feel the best at those times. Even just simply going outside for a walk makes my mood go up tenfold. Getting that sun in my retinas just feels, it's like a mental orgasm. That was probably the wrong word to use for that. we're on this planet once, and I think I would so much rather prefer to just collect as many life experiences as I can that don't happen to be at work. Because, sure, I can get through it with a smile on my face, but I'm not really enjoying those moments, right? At work, it's like, you know, fake it till you make it type shit. I don't know. I think what I'm trying to say is humans need to switch up a little bit and value life more than money. Because, like, people are even putting aside having kids and shit just so they could climb the corporate ladder. God, I would not be happy doing that. I can't picture myself working an office job when I'm older and being happy. Like, genuinely happy. There's jobs I can picture myself doing tons of things when I'm older and being happy about it, but, you know, like the basic idea, 9-to-5 job, hell no. Especially if I'm still, there's people that have been working at Walmart for like 15 years. Working 3 months at Walmart already has made me want to just fucking escape that shit, you know? Like, go down the entrepreneurial route because, I don't know, there's more value in it. You can create your own time. You're not dictated by what life experiences you get to have because corporate business decided you have to work that day, and if you don't, you're going to get a big poopy butthole and maybe get fired. You know, if you're extremely lucky and pump yourself full of enough medication, you might make it to 100 years. 100 years, that's all you have. You know, saying that we only live one life. If that's the case and there's no such thing as reincarnation or the afterlife or, you know, your soul carrying on, whatever the fuck. If you have 100 years here, you're going to spend a lot of that time working and being miserable. I know being happy all the time isn't the point of life. I don't want to be happy all the time. Sad. Going through the rough patches in life is like, it's character development. It's a must. All right. You gotta go through shitty things. You gotta feel shitty. You gotta go through experiences to know what you do and do not like. And to build resilience to bad things in the future. Death, financial ruin, etc. You know, how many times do you have to go in debt before you realize, wow, I don't like this feeling? I owe more money than I have ever owned. I don't like this feeling. But if you ever just like go to the beach and or even just stare into the sky, it's so calming and it's like, wow, everything is so simple and humans complicated it all. We removed ourselves from nature. We kind of created our own environment, which clearly we're not meant to do because lots of mental illness is coming around. I wonder how long it's going to take for the human species to realize that this is not very sustainable for us. And we kind of got to go back to monkey a little bit, if we ever do that. Fuck. There's always going to be a small select of humans that are like that. And I'm going to go live with them in the jungle with the uncontacted tribes. That's, I'm announcing it right now. That's my goal. That's my life goal. I'm going to go live with the uncontacted tribes. If they don't murder me. They see a white guy and they're like, it's the fucking devil. Kill it. I'd probably die in a week from malaria. Or I would get bitten by a bullet ant and fucking go home crying. I say I want to live in the woods and shit, but I am not really built for it. I am a product of my environment, fucking video games and fast food and a little bit of motivation. That's the only reason I'm not completely fat. No, I think my main goal is to get just enough money so I can get, you know, a nice water filter system, you know, some crops, maybe get a nice house I build myself or just like a small home and not have to pay rent on it. You know, off-grid living, but I don't really give a shit about living off the grid because that's impossible now. And I want Wi-Fi. So, you know, a Starlink, oh my god, that seems like the fucking life. And then I can raise my kid in complete isolation, so he's like an outcast in society and is very weird. No, I would never do that. I would probably, I'd still send him to public school. I think public school, although you might not become the smartest out of it, it makes sure you're not very socially awkward, probably, or weird. You know, you'll be liked by most people. To conclude, what I'm trying to say here is I don't want to conform to the way the world works. Maybe, I don't know, I would prefer if I could live life on my accords. And instead of sitting here and complaining about it, I need to fucking take action. We all need to take action. You need to take action. I need to take action. That guy on the bike over there needs to take fucking action, because your life is in your hands. And the only way to be successful is to beat the shit out of the guy beating you down with the hammer. These are weird analogies. I don't know. The only way to be successful is to kill the dictator. Kill Kim Jong-un, and you'll be something. Probably not alive. Something, okay, I'm probably not going to talk about it in this video because it's kind of getting a little long, and I don't know how long. I don't know the size I'm going to edit this down to, and it's a completely different topic, but dead food is a plague to modern people. So I'm going to talk about that next, another day. So thanks for listening. Enjoy your fucking life. Do everything you can to make it better. One day at a time. Make sure you improve 1% every day. And hopefully you'll get somewhere you want to be. Thank you for listening. Bye.